Coming up, we're talking USAC Midgets indoors, the Sprint Car Challenge Tour schedule, and the 2017 World of Outlaws. Let's do this. Today is Monday, December 20th, 2021. Welcome into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. On Saturday night, the USAC National Midgets took on the Southern Illinois Center at Quoin for a special non-points event. The Jason Leffler Memorial has traditionally been at Wayne County, but this year they moved it inside with $8,000 going to the winner. I think we're at 36 cars on hand for the night, but that didn't include a lot of the big teams, including Keith Coons or Chad Boat. I found that a little bit strange. I would have thought this was going to be a good opportunity to get some indoor laps in the midget before the Chili Bowl rolls off in a few weeks. That we would have seen a few more guys like Wyndham or Thorson or Kofoid as part of the field. Even without the super teams, though, we still had names like Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Kenan McIntosh, and others in the field. Bell will be back in a Coons Midget for the Chili Bowl, but he raced on Saturday night with RMS Racing, who we are used to seeing campaign cars for guys like Justin Grant and Thomas Meserol. Briscoe debuted his new Mahindra tractor sponsorship, which will also be on board for the Chili Bowl and his 2022 NASCAR Cup season. This was the first event for the new partnership between Dave Mack Motorsports and Robert Dalby. They showed up with cars for Kenan Mack and Mitchell Moles. The night featured a round of heat races and a round of qualifiers to set the field with passing points. For the feature, Chase Briscoe and Kenan McIntosh were on the front row together. McIntosh was quickly to the lead at the start, but it wasn't long before third starting Bell was knocking on his door. On lap 14, with the leaders in traffic, Bell slipped past the 08 of McIntosh and went unchallenged the rest of the way to take the win in the 50-lap main event. McIntosh settled for second, Chance Crum was third, Sam Johnson fourth, and Mitchell Moles completed the top five. Briscoe ended up 10th after running up front early and then suffering a spin. Hat tip to past Dirt Tracker Conversations guest Chad Baysflug, who ran 7th and looked good even though it's been a while since he's been behind the wheel. He's on the Chili Bowl entry list as well after missing the 2021 event. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, go find the replays on Flow Racing. It was a fun night in your kind of typical indoor midget race. Definitely some good racing, but also some bent metal and some hurt feelings. That's what makes these types of races entertaining. The indoor season continues in about a week with the opening of the Tulsa Shootout. That event features winged and non-winged micros and junior sprints that takes place inside the Tulsa Expo Center. They're expecting a record field of entries with over 1,400 cars and more than 600 drivers pre-entered. And then beyond that, we're about 3 weeks away from Chili Bowl, which at last check was sitting at 364 entries, just shy of a record for that event. That record is 375-ish, I think. And that year that they had 375, they actually had like 365 cars actually in the event. So if we break that record for entries, we'll have to wait and see if we actually break that record for the number of cars in the building. But Chili Bowl certainly coming up here quickly. Back on Friday, the Sprint Car Challenge Tour out in California released their 2022 schedule. Features 16 races from March through November. The traveling 360 Wings Series will have stops through the year at Placerville, Merced, Thunderbolt, Colorado Speedway, Stockton, Marysville, Silver Dollar, Petaluma, and Ocean. Obviously, some of those tracks on there multiple times. Ryan Robinson was the 2021 Series champion over Colby Copeland and Justin Cox. The winners list last season was a who's who of California open wheel racing, included names like Robinson, Copeland, Cox, Andy Forsberg, Tanner Carrick, Kayla Montgomery, Shane Golobic, DJ Neto, Dominic Selzy, and Justin Sanders. For more details on the series and the schedule, make sure you check out sprintcarchallengetour.com. Since things are quiet right now, I've been working on adding more races to the database at dirttracker.com, and over the weekend I finished up adding the 2017 World of Outlaws Sprint Car season. It featured 84 race nights through that year. So now I've got 5 complete Outlaw seasons from 2021 through 2017. That includes 367 races. Brings the total race count for all 8 entities on the site to 938. So that's World of Outlaws Sprint Cars, Late Models, All-Stars, Lucas, the 3 USAC divisions, and Chili Bowl. If the 2017 season feels like it was too long ago, here's a quick refresher. Donnie Schatz went on to win the championship by 210 points over Brad Sweet with 20 wins, 66 top 5s, and 74 top 10s. This was peak Schatz, right in the middle of his stretch of 6 straight seasons with at least 20 wins. He opened the year with a 14th place finish at Volusia, then won 5 straight and 6 of the next 7 through Tulare in March. At one point that year, he had 27 straight top 10 finishes. Schatz won the Nationals that year as well after David Gravel lost his engine leading 22 laps into that Saturday main event. And even though he ended up third in the standings behind Sweet, Gravel was probably the other big storyline from that season. To this day, it's still the year with the most wins for Gravel, who ended up with 18 official victories and 19 if you include his prelim night at Knoxville. He was so good that year driving for CJB, but lacked just a little bit of the consistency it would have taken to challenge Schatz for the title. Johnny had an insane average finish of 4th that year, while Gravel was just shy 6.5. Gravel actually led more laps that season than Schatz did and had a better qualifying average, but the 15 car led the series in both heat race plus minus and feature plus minus. That led to better starting positions for Schatz and ultimately better finishes. And it's that ability to pass race cars where Schatz's greatness truly lies. He doesn't have the best average feature start, but that hasn't stopped him from leading basically every major statistical category over the previous 5 seasons, including wins, top 5s, and top 10s with the Outlaws. Up next on the to-do list for the analytics section is more past Chili Bowl races. I'd like to have that section nice and tuned up over the next few weeks to help those of you who are going to participate in the Chili Bowl pools. Make sure you get your picks right. Maybe we can get someone out there a win and some cash with the numbers that are available there. If you want to see more stats and analysis, hit up dirttracker.com/analytics. Don't forget you can get more through Dirt Tracker Plus. My plan here around the holidays is to have daily shows every day this week, including Friday, and then Monday through Thursday next week, and I'll probably take Friday next week off. There probably won't be a ton of news to talk about. We'll definitely find some other things to chat about either way. If you have questions, we can do a mailbag episode also, so feel free to shoot those to me if you want to do that over the next 2 weeks as well. The only thing on the streaming schedule today is Flow Racing 24/7. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit dirttracker.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope you have a good Monday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.